So we are still on our 3-day, 2-night stay here in the Soc-Sargen region. Specifically, we stayed one night in General Santos City and we traveled almost 2 hours via a new route via San Jose to reach Lake Sebu, South Cotabato. We will be staying here for a night and we will do our best to taste all its culinary delights and experience its cultural treasures. We just arrived here in Lake Sebu. We'll visit one of its 7 falls. Join me! It was an exciting experience to be close to the first of 7 waterfalls here in Lake Sebu. And this strong cascade coming from a recent rain is actually coming also from lakes and streams that will go through the 6 other waterfalls that would lead to Ala River in Surala and eventually to Rio Grande de Mindanao in Cotabato. Upon arrival in Lake Sebu, we drove up to Sebu Farm, situated on a hill in Barangay Tasiman overlooking the town and lake. Farm owner William C., who proudly shared that his farm is a certified learning site of the Agricultural Training Institute of the Department of Agriculture and a farm tourism site accredited by the Department of Tourism, warmly received us during our late afternoon visit. We quickly walk around his farm, planted with cacao, vegetables, herbs, and fruit trees. We also dropped by the farm laboratory and production house and tasted various chocolate samples the farm produces. We bought several products sold in their farm store and had rich hot chocolate before leaving the farm. Sebul Farm has a training hall and accommodation units that make for an ideal farm resort for small groups. The owners and management of Punta Isla Lake Resort hosted an alfresco cultural night with a charming Tivoli-inspired setup in the garden. We had low tables and comfortable pillows that enhanced the evening's casual feel. The resort chefs had an interactive cooking station, and the evening's menu celebrated Lake Cebu's tilapia fish, cooked many ways. We had chicharon tilapia, tilapia with brown sauce, tilapia sisig, and sinanglay, that is tilapia fillet wrapped in cabbage with coconut milk sauce. Tivoli songs and dances performed by the Punta Isla Performing Arts completed an evening of wonderful food, meaningful performances, and great company. Chef, anong lulutuin natin ngayon?
Sir, ito po ay tilapia sisig po.
Tilapia sisig. Wow!
Tilapia sa Cebu po, pinakamasarap kasi fresh na fresh at saka mataba.
Alam ko, dyan yung galing.
Sabi, salit po yan sir eh. So, ito sir, tilapia isuna.
Isuna?
Opo. May, ano yan, may sindihan natin yan ng wine para sumindi.
Parang flambe.
Yung flaming sir.
Great.
Sir,
Sige.
ito tayo sir.
Po na experience niyo po kanina is yung tawag namin is dinner sa banig po.
Na mayroong, sa banig.
Yes po. Mayroong bonfire po and then the cultural presentation.
May cultural presentation.
Yes po.
Ang galing nga, yung presentation nyo ng table, parang lumulutang, parang nasa lake tayo. Pero yung performers niyo very impressive.
Yes, good.
O parang taga dito ba sila? Sa, ano?
Yes po, they are Tiboli, pure-blooded Tiboli po.
And they work with you?
Yes po.
So, ang galing kasi parang alam na alam nila yung dapat i-present sa bisita.
Ayun. Kasi sir, from the start talaga maliit pa sila, tinuturuan talaga sila ng kanilang sayaw. Yun.
Tapos kasama na ninyo.
Oo, kasama na po.
Exciting. Tapos yung, of course, yung pagkain.
Yes.
Yung ang parang different tilapia dishes yung natikman
yes
natin.
Po.
Yes
po.
So, ano yung una-una, yung merong gata, how do you call that?
That's sinanglay po, sir.
Sinanglay?
Oo, tilapia pilay po na nakabalot sa cabbage na may sauce na gata.
May sauce na gata?
Yes po.
Sarap, parang maka-only rice ka. Tapos nung dumating naman yung sisig, di ba?
Yung sisig, yes po.
So, very, very good, no? Napaka-fresh tikman yung tilapia. So, is that a regular, parang part of your menu dito?
Yes po, sir. And part din na ng aming one of the best seller menu ho yung na-serve namin kanina sa inyo.
So kung gusto ko ng dinner sa banig, kasama ba yun sa pwede naming order?
Yes, pwede ho. I-order niyo ho yun.
Tapos, you can have a peaceful tahimik ngayon. So, parang ilang rooms ba meron ng resort?
Meron po kaming 22 rooms po na merong traditional house type. Kasama na po doon.
Alam ko meron ding ibang areas. Hindi lang dito pwede kumain. Meron pa kayong, alam ko may mga cottages tayo sa by the lake. No?
Yes po, along the lake po meron pa.
Tapos ano pa? Ano pa yung area?
Meron din ho kaming floating restaurant na kakain kayo sa gitna. No? Dadaan kayo sa ferry boat namin, then kakain kayo within sa lake. So aside from that, meron din kaming lake cruise ho, na itutour kayo, kakain kayo within the tour. Yun po, 45 minutes po yun siya.
So aside pa merong stationary,
yes po.
Pwede pang umikot sa lake.
Yes po.
Kasama lahat dito yan sa Punta Isla.
Yes po, kasama po yun.
Sarap naman pala mag-stay dito. Pero isa pa exciting kanina, yung sikat na ano ba yun? Nag-serve ng kanin.
Servidora Queen ho. Siya po yung sumikat ho nung last December namin na mayroon siyang 2 million views po siya.
Ganon?
Oo.
Dapat nakipag-collab ako sa kanya.
Bukas po, try natin siya.
Wow, Bisette, thank you very much for sharing. Ano naman yung na-expect natin sa Punta Isla within the next 2 years? Kasi ngayon, nagbubukas na yung borders natin.
Okay.
May in-expect ba tayong developments dito?
Yes po. Actually ho, we are nag-develop po kami ng mga rooms additional para maka-accommodate kami. There are sometimes kasi hindi kami maka-accommodate sa
how many more
dami.
rooms ang dadagdag?
So possible sir, magdadagdag kami ng mga 30 rooms. So,
Wow.
so hopefully yun by this year and the next year. And then aside from that, mag-ano kami ng garden wedding para sa mga na mag-wedding po dito yung venue for their
Parang
destination. Yes, destination wedding din ho. Ganun po yan.
Marami pala tayong dapat abangan.
Yes ho.
So, babalikan niyo. During this quick trip, we made sure to visit the Dulay Tinalak Weaving Center, which is named after Gawad Manilikha ng Bayan awardee as National Artist for Tinalak Weaving, Dulay. Dulay passed on in 2015, and her daughter-in-law, Sebulan Amfan Dulay, has taken the lead as the most senior dream weaver in the community, continuing Dulay's contribution in the preservation of their culture and fine craftsmanship of delicate abaca fibers.
Well, I'm always here because we work with the Tiboli community. So it's really different when you immerse yourself to the culture kasi kumaga, it's a learning process. There's a lot to learn since the culture is very colorful. So every time I go here, parang I look for an inspiration. That's why I visit different communities, kinakamusta ko sila kasi I want to build that relationship with the locals here in Lake Cebu kasi that's the long-term goal of Niño Franco. It's not just about selling, it's about relearning the culture and for us also to be an effective gusto ko kasi na parang i-inform lalo na yung mga clients namin what are the culture is all about, sino yung the people behind it. So we want to show them who these artisans are and what they do here in Lake Cebu.
Kaya pala yung pagdating mo, parang local hero ka. Everybody was saying hi to you, lalo na sila. So, ito, like what you're wearing now, diba? Inspired also by the community. So is your intention to really move out of where you are? Kasi nasa Davao ka ngayon.
Yes.
Ano ba yung vision mo? Like bringing your mission outside of the region or nationwide or wherever?
Well, the goal is really to put up an exhibit outside the Philippines. So we're planning to parang organize an exhibit wherein we will display the traditional clothing of the ethno-linguistic community and beside will be our rendition. And ano din siya, parang pop-up show din siya for us to sell and proceeds will be given to the community. Because we want to, yes, hopefully we will work with the government if they have projects like that, especially with the different embassies sa iba't ibang.
Great. So happy to hear it from a young person like you. So medyo malayo pa, di ba?
Yeah.
You can still do a lot of things. So congratulations, Niño Franco.
Thank you po, Sir Art.
So we're now here at the Lotus Garden and it's starting to rain again, but we're so happy to see all of the flowers still in bloom because at 10 in the morning, all of those will start to close. So an exciting time to be here, even if it's a rainy morning, we'll get to see this beautiful view of the Lotus Garden. Isla is a pioneer in Lake Cebu. Your family has been managing this first from parents and now your generation. So are there different directions you're taking now in terms of managing Punta Isla?
Actually, a lot. So we've been in the business for 27 years this year. And with that generation to generation type of management, we are really planning to expand and to be more adaptable to the new things that are happening right now. So yes, sir, we have a lot of things in store for our customers in the coming years.
So what do we expect within a couple of years, perhaps? Because our experience here is like better than the first time we were here, but with your plans in place, what do we expect maybe in the short term?
We will be adding rooms, and we will also be adding convention like a function hall or meeting rooms also to cater to the demand sa market natin with the convention or the MICE. So meetings.
Even Lake Cebu is feeling that, huh?
Yes. There's a demand here in Lake Cebu, given that participants wants to experience outside of the city type of services also, or like the amenities or the feeling. Especially, it would be nice also to have your events, diba, in front of the lake. So it's a good opportunity for
high value experience.
Yes.
Come to a lake and hold your business meeting.
Yes.
And then enjoy the island, the whole lake and the whole area.
Yes.
So, Punta Isla, as I mentioned, has been a market leader. What are you known for aside from being in a very good location? What else do people look for when they come here?
It's actually the food and the culture that we preserve. So we have our cultural dancers here entertaining our diners, and at the same time we have this full experience for Lake Cebu. So you can have your lake tour. We'll do this. We have tourist guides that will also educate clients and customers when they come here to Punta Isla Lake Resort. So Punta Isla, it's not just a restaurant. It's not just a room, no? Hindi lang kami, like, we don't just offer accommodation. We offer a variety of experience for our customers. So it's very tourism oriented.
Yeah, and by the way you explained it and we experienced it, parang you don't have to go out of Punta Isla once you arrive here because you can experience everything. Let's talk about the food. Punta Isla is in front of the lake and tilapia is a very popular dish.
Okay, so we are actually investing on improving our commissary or the culinary side of the business. So we are adding people who can help us with the innovations. So particularly, we have these new products. We have this Menom tilapia waffle. And
Menom, is that a local term? Local
yes,
word?
yes. Menom means namit. Namit is delicious, masarap.
Sarap.
Yeah, so we have these things. We also have our tilapia quesuna, the tilapia sinanglay, and the chicharon tilapia. So in fact, our chicharon tilapia, we innovated it para mas maging friendly to the customers who wants to bring it home. So if they want to bring home experience from Punta Isla, we have the Menom, which is the original chicharon tilapia. It's a cook from home. You can cook from home the chicharon, the tilapia dish that you have experienced here in Punta Isla.
So it's something that is not cooked yet, that you take home.
Yes.
Then you fry it yourself once you're home.
Yes.
Okay. So very, very innovative. No?
Yeah.
And this morning we watched we went to the Lotus Garden.
Yes.
And maybe later we'll do a cruise. So
Yep.
Is this something that you would want to continue as your generation would proceed with the management of your resort?
Yes, sir, definitely. Actually, we just have our fishing area. So it's not here before, but with the demand of the customers, because they want to bring their kids in. So they need experiences for their kids, and the best way for that is to have this fishing experience. So actually, the kids nga daw they're enjoying their time here because they can roam around, take a photo, and at the same time, they can immerse kasi they can have this live fishing of tilapia.
So, we talk about how beautiful the nature is, the bountiful harvest of tilapia, and you also mentioned that you are trying to sustain and protect the culture. So, what is the culture like here in Lake Cebu?
Well, here kasi the culture that we have is really Tiboli. And Tiboli people, it's a beautiful culture talaga. They're very creative. In fact, they have this embroidery, the clothes that we're wearing, from the brass, like even the accessories. They have the brass earrings, necklaces, even the intricate necklaces. They do it by their hands. So ganun ka creative and glamorous. Very beautiful, very intricate yung way of creating ng mga Tibolis. So the fact that they are very educated in terms of their culture, and they're very protective of their culture. Yung mga knowledge nila, they pass it to the next generation. Kasi even sa school nila, they have this subject that's just talking about their culture. So ganun ka preserved ang culture ng mga Tiboli. That's why it's really this type of experience or this type of culture na hindi nawawala and hindi mawawala.
Oh, that's so inspiring to hear, no? Just like last night during her dinner, di ba? The performers, you said they started here when they're still very young and they're still with you, no?
Yeah.
They're engaged with your property. So is there a program within your resort that you keep them here as part of your experience?
Well, part of our parents kasi when they started hiring local people, we have this way of helping them in terms of their education. So actually here right now, there's my grandma, may mga apo, yun yung sila. It's the type of people that we hire because in return, they can go to school because they cannot afford to go to school, diba? So that's what we do with what they earn, no, from Punta Isla. Yun yung ginagamit nila for their education allowance. So that's how it's with us. Actually, we have our dancers way back pa in the 90s, and now they have their kids. They're still with us. And they've become part of our team na din. They've become leaders also with their own section. So that's how we deal with them.
So you're very good managers. And I want to go back to the environment. So how important is the lake to you, no? And what are you doing to keep it in protecting and preserving it?
Well, with us, we follow the protocols mandated to us by the local government. Actually, we are very appreciative to the province also and to DENR because now they're imposing a lot of ways paano mas ma-preserve yung culture. So we follow. So when they say that only 10% is allowed, we really had to give up some of our fishnets. That's why actually in front, before it's really puno.
So that's why it's clear now, no?
Yes. Before punong-puno talaga to ng fishnets. So on our side, we have to give up portion of our fishnets para ma-follow yung rules ng government. So that's how we do it.
I'm sure what you gave up will be earned in other parts of your business.
I agree.
So, Ms. Val, you manage and own this property for over 2 decades. Now you've recently acquired a property in the city.
Yes,
in General Santos. So what is the vision of the family now that you operate a resort here, but now you're venturing into the city and it's a business hotel? So is there a vision to that?
Yes, definitely. We really want to position the company to here in SOX. So in the Region 12, we want to position, and at the same time, like our gateway kasi is GenSan. So gateway, we have the international airport there, and at the same time from people from Region 11 pass by usually in GenSan, so and other regions. So basically, we want to position ourselves as an overall type of accommodation or service that we can provide, and eventually become a yung front runner in terms of service industry in Region 12.
In Region 12. So you chose Venue 88. It's a meetings property, a meetings place. So is there a reason to that? Or was it the only one available? That's why you got it. So what really is the vision behind it?
Well, definitely kasi actually meetings and events is our weakness here in Punta Isla. So leveraging to that, we are a tourism grown type of business. So it's different from the meetings and the MICE.
The leisure market here.
Yeah, so we have the leisure in Punta Isla and then the business side in GenSan. I think it's a synergetic approach. So we learn from each other. Actually, both businesses learn from each other. Tourism side, we are also helping the General Santos City. Venue 88 is very active in General Santos City in terms of the tourism side naman, because that's what we want also to help out. So it's actually a synergetic approach for both properties.
So how do you intend to expand Venue 88 at this time? Since we've reopened our borders and tourism is, people are traveling again. So what are the next steps for you in Venue 88?
It's really linkage, sir, for Venue 88 and more collaborations. So we want to be in GenSan. We want to welcome and be one of those accommodation of choice for tourists, and at the same time for, of course, the meetings and other conventions in the future. So in GenSan, that's what we want to be in. So linking Venue 88 will be the link to this customers or client base towards socks. So yeah, destination wise, so that's what we want to be for Venue 88.
So within the short term, are there projects that you are doing for Venue 88?
In terms of Venue 88, we are currently focusing on understanding our market.
Okay.
We're more on learning and positioning properly. And then maybe eventually, we have also big goals for Venue 88 in terms of expanding on the side of MICE. So it's the same somehow. Now we want to increase our number of covers in terms of MICE, and at the same time, accommodation also. But as of the moment, we are learning and we are also preparing for what we can in terms of market leadership in the city, and at the same time analyzing ano yung customers' behavior talaga in GenSan. And then maybe from there, we can have a better direction in the next years to come.
Sounds good, And you mentioned about synergy. So is there a plan to actually put your Punta Isla brand and Venue 88 in some sort of a joint marketing effort?
Yes, we have. Actually, that's our internal movement right now. We just have okay, this is a good opportunity for us. We just had our license from the SEC, from Securities and Exchange Commission, to have our mother company, which is the Solid View Hospitality Management Group.
Okay.
So that's our management group that will help us reaching our goals in the future, in the years to come. So basically, in terms of synergy, sir, that's where we are going towards. So we have this management group that will handle both properties in the years to come.
Sounds exciting and sounds promising. Thank you once again for this opportunity to experience your city property and your resort property. We've truly enjoyed our 3 days and 2 nights stay. Imagine we spent 3 days, 2 nights, but in different environments.
Yeah.
One in the city and one here in this part of, I keep saying this part of paradise. Nagang salamat, Ms. Valerie. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sir Art. Salamat man, kag salamat sa imong nga panahon for coming to Punta Isla and also experiencing Venue 88.
Bong salamat.
Bong salamat.
Thank you. So before going home to Davao, we decided to drop by the newest attraction here in General Santos City, which is the Balut Park. And as you can see behind me is the icon of this park, which is a balut artwork. And below are stores selling balut and local delicacies. So we're finally ending our 3-day, 2-night stay in General Santos City and Lake Sebu in South Cotabato. It will take another 3 hours before we reach Davao City. So I'm freshening up a bit and I will sleep through this. Truly exciting was our 3-day, 2-night stay in General Santos City and Lake Sebu, South Cotabato, with the awesome outdoors, amazing food, friendly people, and a mix of urban and countryside experience that made for a valuable short vacation. May our quick visit to the province inspire you to plan your own trips, create your unique itineraries, and spend a great time in General Santos City and Lake Sebu, South Cotabato. This is Mindanao Road Trip with Art.